Testing. Okay, great. Hello. Sorry for the delay. I know I said usually I do 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Right now it's 11:49 p.m. because I had technical issues. Finally, the camera is cooperating. I have to be careful because if I touch my laptop a certain way, the camera, I'm gonna be like this. I'll be like this. I'll be freezing. So, oh, I got stream elements now. All right, so I changed up a little bit because I wanted the text. I wanted to make sure I'm able to see the text on the live chat over here. This one. Okay, so now I'm gonna do my COVID updates. We're gonna do the subways. Okay, but before we do, there's actually a review for Katsucon, so I did a Twitch version for it. I'm still working on the Instagram one, so I'm actually going through the information on the unofficial Facebook page for it because I want to see if I can collect information about. It's a lot of information. I don't know if I'm going to get through all of it, to be honest with you. So, my Instagram version of the Katsucon review will be very in depth. That's why it takes a while. And plus, I have an unpredictable, busy work schedule. That's why it's very hard for me to get affiliated. I got the followers, and then I got the different amount of days I stream. The issue is the viewers, so I actually have to get more viewers. I think on average 3 per stream, and also the amount of hours I need to stream. So those are the hard parts. Some people, they're big gamers, they're able to do it. For me, my schedule's a little crazy. I'm not able to do it, but I'm gonna try anyway and see if I can get affiliated so I can get my channel points and I can get the emotes in and all that stuff. So without further ado, we're gonna go to the updates. Okay, so this this is the updates. There are other updates as well. I'm just letting you know, but these are the main crux of the updates for this week. So, and it starts out with the Pfizer and Madurana shots. So they're updating guidance that the first 2 shots, they're going to extend that from the 3 weeks for Pfizer between the first 2 shots or the 4 weeks between the 2 Madurana shots. Now they can go up to 8 weeks. So that's basically 2 months between the first 2 doses. And this is for ages 12 to 65. And the reason why CDC is saying this is because it not only prolongs immunity, and in addition to having a similar efficacy as compared to the 3 weeks or the 4 weeks, whether it's Pfizer for 3 weeks or Moderna for 4 weeks, it can also help with reducing side effects, most notably the myocarditis. That's everyone's been concerned about, and that tends to occur with young teenage males or young adult male. Well, actually, teenage males and young adult males. That's what the concern is. I think in some European countries, they had to hold the mRNA vaccines, but it's more with Moderna. Okay, I got all 3 doses for Moderna, and well, I guess my 4th shot or the second booster looks like I'm less likely to get those. Well, we'll see how it goes. I mean, anything can change. I'm in healthcare, so I have to make sure that my immunity is adequate for during this pandemic. We're getting into the endemic part, but we're still acutely in pandemic mode. It's even though we're going to try to get there, even though the numbers show that it's still going down, which I will show later on. The cases, the indicators, the deaths, the hospitalizations are still too high. So that's why we're still in the pandemic. We're not out of the woods yet. We're not even in endemic stage yet because there's still outbreaks going on. And I'll explain later on. So unless if you're age 12 and up and you're immunocompromised, so if you're more towards moderately and or severe, so moderately or severely immunocompromised, we're not eligible for the fourth shot. Now, those who are excited to get the fourth shot, myself included, it's preferred that you wait for the new formulation so you can have better coverage and to cover other variants, notably Omicron. And I had one person, I don't know who told me this, but they asked me, oh, what if you just do the vaccine every month? Which doesn't make sense. It's not viable, it's not sustainable. All right. And, over time, eventually, maybe they can start testing on new formulations where we can just do once a year, just like what we do with the flu. Madurana's working on that, in addition to doing an HIV vaccine using mRNA technology. So I'm excited for that. But with these two things, moving forward with COVID and the flu, they're gonna have to keep updating and basically do a lot of monitoring of the strains because they keep evolving. That's how they survive. They keep evolving, whether it's going to make them stick to the cells more and then they start to replicate more efficiently. That as long because it's about trying to survive. Okay, so next thing I'm going to talk about is the CDC mask mandates as being update of the mask guidance. It's actually guidance, so made a little boo guidance. I cannot type today. Wow. Okay, so it's mask guidance, not mask mandate, because not all places in the U.S. get mask mandates. So what they're saying is that what CDC is saying, in summary, is that those who are healthy they don't need to wear a mask indoors. I kind of disagree, and it's not as simple as you think because it really depends. Okay, my opinion is I would still wear a mask indoors whether you're vaccinated or not. I know people are gonna hate me for it, but safety first. Okay, but I'm not part of the CDC, so I'm just telling you what the CDC says. So again, CDC updates mask guidance today. I'm just gonna give a summary of it, and the crux of it is that healthy people don't don't have to wear a mask. Okay, and as long as the transmission levels is low or medium. If you have asthma, of course, if you have pre-existing conditions, if you're immunocompromised, you gotta wear a mask. Okay, strongly encouraged. If you're outside and you're adequately distanced, so adequately socially distanced, you're fine. Okay, because you're outside and air is being filtered and circulated much better compared as opposed if you're inside, obviously. So if now that being said, if COVID transmission is high, masks are required regardless of your health status, regardless of your vaccination status. So if there's a high rate, no. Okay. Public transit, so transportation, you still have to wear masks under federal law. And I know, see, as I said, it's not as simple as you think. Just because you're healthy, whew, mask out. Whoa. Okay, so especially in New York City, trains, buses, planes, ferries, all kinds, gotta wear a mask. So New York State So many states prior to this announcement are already relaxing the guidelines. And then we got some people saying, "Oh, I was right all along that you don't need to wear a mask, this and that." Like things changed, environments change. Okay, before it's required simply because Omicron was running rampant. Now the cases are going down. Now we're easing a little bit. And we got to be very careful. Be very, very, very careful. And I'll explain one example that's brought up by Unbiased Science podcast. That's coming up. Okay. So in New York City, I think this is a day or two ago. So Mayor Eric Adams says that masks are optional outside. You don't need to wear a mask. But for schools, indoors, still have to wear a mask. But as time goes on, there'll be more updates. So just hang in there. Okay. So, but in this case, if you're outside, no mask. If you're inside, you gotta wear a mask. Okay, particularly with schools. And also of course if you're in some jurisdictions like lower tier governments, so even though federally they'll say, oh, the mask guidance are eased, if the lower local governments say that you have to wear a mask, then you have to wear a mask. Okay, the stringent rules overrides it all, or overrides it all. You always want to follow you need to follow the most stringent or the most safest, okay? If you do get confused. When in doubt, mask up, basically. The second to last bullet, I say this as an opinion, okay? Because I don't have a crystal ball. I am not Miss Cleo. I don't have psychic powers. I rather tread carefully and not make mistakes rather than go too fast and then all of a sudden, oh, another variant comes in or the cases are back up and then we have to have a knee-jerk reaction. Again, we have to learn our lessons here, and I'm gonna explain that it looks like most of us have not learned our lessons, and this is very disappointing. But anyhow, look, I get it. I get everyone's frustrated. I'm frustrated as well. I don't want to deal with the social distancing. Now the masks thing, I think it's going to be more limited / seasonal. So if there is an outbreak, then you have to wear the masks, of course. But if the transmission rate is really, really low, then whether you're vaccinated or not, you may not need a mask. But again, we don't know yet, so we have to be very careful. So easing restrictions is premature. You still have to be careful and vigilant, okay, because as you've seen in the past 2 years, this thing mutates. And, just because it mutates into something that causes less severe symptoms and less hospitalizations with, when you compare from Omicron with Delta, that doesn't mean it's going to continue that trend. Okay, you can have another variant where it's going to cause more deaths, or it can cause more hospitalizations, or it can spread faster. Anything can happen. Okay, so I need people to have an open mind and expect all kinds of scenarios. Don't just say, oh, you know what? It's going to improve. We don't know. So far, so good. But just be prepared for that little smidge of a percentage that, the cases will go back up. Because this happened before. All right. And it seems though people don't listen. And it's very disappointing simply because, as a healthcare professional, we go through so much. But if people get infected, and since it's something that preventable, that's going to affect other people who need the services, such as those with pre-existing conditions. Even if they don't have COVID, they could be affected simply because people with COVID needed care. And there's only so much healthcare resources we have. It's not infinite, it's finite. Not everybody is in healthcare to take care of you, That's why we all of us need to do our part. Okay, so the other thing is that stealth variant. Remember that one, the Omicron subvariants of BA2. So I don't think anyone's surprised with this one. So it spreads more easily than the original Omicron. It can reinfect. And now they're adding new symptoms to it. So it's dizziness and fatigue. That being said, regardless of what kind of COVID strain or variant it is, you wear a mask, even though it's they're easing it. If you're not sure, or if you wanna be on the safe side or be cautious, it doesn't hurt to wear a mask. I'm doing this all the time because I'm at work, and you never know who you're gonna deal with. So you want to protect yourself. Even though you're vaccinated, you do all the tools available. The more you strengthen the layers and the more you add more layers of protection, you have a much, much lesser chance of getting exposed and hence getting infected and then getting sick, and less of a chance of spreading it to others. So, all right. So this is from COVID Act Now. So this is they're a little bit more stringent. So the green and that means low risk. Yellow is moderate risk. Orange is high. Red is very high. And then the dark red looks like a little brown. It's extremely high. So that's in general. That's the risk of getting COVID. So this area, this is the tri-state area. This is where I live. Still in the high risk, but they're a little strict. CDC, on the other hand, has a different way of interpreting it. Now, for the New York City tri-state area, we're mostly green. So if they were to have that, to follow that current guidelines, they don't have to. Healthy people don't have to wear a mask indoors. Personally, I don't recommend that. I still think you should wear a mask. Okay, especially if you're in New York City, simply because it's densely populated. All right, and now if you're vaccinated, that's even better. It helps. It helps with that protection. But if you're unvaccinated, you're gonna have that risk. So please, if I strongly encourage to wear a mask still. So this is from Unbiased Science Podcast. The Unbiased Science Podcast. This is one of their Instagram posts from, I think it was a week ago or so. Actually, that's it's not that long ago. It's less than a month ago. So reason why I bring this up is because this is the Omicron variant, so it goes up, and then since it peaked in early January, went down. However, so many restrictions, including masks, were lifted on January 26th, and then it plateaued. So, that's just one example that you have to be careful. So if health measures like masking and physical distancing are relaxed too soon and too fast, in that case, that downward momentum is going to slow down, and it's going to stop, or it's not going to go further down, and then we're still going to have more cases coming. So that's why it's very important to do this very carefully. So beware of easing COVID restrictions and mandates. You got to learn your lessons. Which goes to this one from the New York Times. So this is the most recent information. So you can see here, it's too many ups and downs. Okay, too many reactionary things going on here. So this is the first wave. So in the spring of 2020, when it went down because of the restrictions, people started getting tired. They want to get to normalcy. Remember, this is 2020, and then we have a summer surge. That's wave two because people can't wait and all that stuff. And in the New York City tri-state area, mainly in the Northeast, this one we didn't have a summer wave, but in winter we got another wave. Okay, and this one I believe this one would be the alpha variant. So this one is the UK variant. This will show up, and then there were these two other ones. There's one in South Africa that was before the not the Omicron one, but it was another one. It was Africa, and then there's one coming from Brazil that during that time. Okay, and then the vaccine was first given as early as December 2020. I got my and then more people getting vaccinated in 2021. I got my vaccine January and February 2021 for the first two doses, and it started going down. And then until we got to around the summertime, we got another one simply because we dealt with Delta. This is a Delta wave, and then obviously this is the Omicron wave, and then it's going down very fast. And you know, people can't just say, "Oh, let's celebrate, we." Because that's what we did last year. We celebrated, and then they said, "Oh, we're gonna get back to normal for 2021." Well, we're in 2022, and we were just getting off of an Omicron peak. And even though it's still going down, from what I'm seeing here, it's slowing down just a teeny bit. We got to be careful. Also, we got to do more testing as well. Very, very, very important. I have to get back on track for that too. I have no symptoms though, but you know, I haven't been exposed. But I think it's better, maybe for me once a month, because you know I got myself protected. So, are the indicators good? Yes. So they're all going down. The testing should be consistent, as in, you know, we should have a lot of people getting tested. But from what I'm seeing here, for the U.S., we're going down. That's, by the way, deaths are still too high. Cases are still too high. Hospitalizations, even though they're going down, still a little too high. So we have a long way to go, but just do our best to use all the tools that work, and we can actually get back to normal faster. We really do. I'm still gonna wear my masks. I don't care what you say. Okay? Don't judge me. All right. So what happens is in the website, so CDC has these three levels. Okay, so that will determine whether wearing a mask is encouraged or wearing a mask is required. And I made it as easy to understand. So if you're in a low risk, if you're healthy, you don't have to wear a mask inside, but it's up to you based on personal preference, depending on your level of risk, personal level of risk. That doesn't mean don't wear a mask. If you want to wear a mask, go ahead. Medium, if you're immunocompromised or at high risk, it's best to talk to your healthcare provider about additional precautions, but please just wear a mask, okay? And also get tested if you think you got exposed with someone who has COVID, or if someone is sick or whatnot. So just, again, take these precautions. If you live with or have social contact with someone at high risk, as I said, also, that's another reason to get tested prior to interacting. And you also have to wear a mask so you don't spread it to those who are at risk and then they get sick. And then the high level transmission, I think a while back Everyone was high risk. You have to wear a mask indoors regardless of vaccination status or how healthy or health status. Very important. In addition to that, which kind of makes people confused, local municipalities may have different guidelines or mandates. Okay. Anything, as I said, anything stringent or the most stringent, the most safest, they override all else. Okay. And when in doubt, if you're not sure, because I know it is confusing and we're gonna let this marinate in our heads, mask up. All right. So that's your little summary for the masks, and I shall be right back. Testing. Okay, so I'm back. Ay, my God, estoy cansado un poco. I'm a little tired. I just needed that little breathing thing. Oh boy. So before I talk about the subways, I just want to let you know, as I said, whoever missed it, I have a crazy schedule. So I had a long week, a long long hard work week. So if you see that I only put a lot of text, I don't put a lot of pictures, it's because there wasn't enough time for me to put it all together. To be honest with you, I like to be extremely detailed and I like to explain it thoroughly. But this is the best I could do. Hey, what's wrong with summaries, right? At least you get the gist of it. But it's better than nothing. So again, a lot of the stuff is still new, and we're still learning about it. And I will do another stream for Sunday night. But so if there are any COVID updates that come up, I'll let you know. You'll also see them on Instagram as well. And I'm also mixing them up with the Katsucon posts as well on Instagram. So without further ado, we're going to do the subways. Just keep in mind that for now, it's just the subways. The updates for New Jersey Transit, if there are any, the Long Island Railroad, Metro North, New Jersey Transit related stuff, So that will come in later on. So those updates, they don't happen as often. What you'll see more is with the subways. So if you've seen my rail report highlights, you will see that most of them are New York City Subway Advisories. So we're gonna get right to it. There we go. So to start off, we're gonna do this. So just know that first things first, there is no S train, no 42nd Street shuttle. You're gonna use the 7 train, of course. No big deal. So just a heads up. Next thing is the 2 and 3 train skip the Clark Street station over here. And also, Path train skips, and this is at nighttime, 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. It skips 9th Street and 23rd Street. We're gonna go to Brooklyn. The 2, 3, and 4 trains are express eastbound between Atlantic Avenue and Franklin Avenue, Medgar Evers College. So the 2, 3, and 4 trains will be skipping Bergen, Grand Army Plaza, and Eastern Parkway. So watch out for delays because 3 different lines will share one track. On the eastbound express track, of course. The next thing is over here. So the H and C trains. So between 59th Street and Canal Street, the southbound trains will go local. We'll stop at all stops. Northbound, on the other hand, it will skip Spring Street, 23rd Street, and 50th Streets. You'd be asking, what about the E train? Well, E train will be diverted. So E train will be running on the F between Roosevelt Avenue and 2nd Avenue, and that's the last stop. So it's gonna go over here, stop at all these F stops here, and then that's it. It'll stop over here. Now, if you're trying to take the E train, if you're trying to get on the E train stops, that's gonna be where the actual E train will not go to. You're gonna need to take the A or C trains. And by the way, Chambers Street and World Trade Center are pretty close, so you don't have to worry too much about it. Another alternative, if you want, is you can take the F to Delancey Street, and then you can take the J, and then boom. By the way, World Trade Center is also pretty close to the Fulton Street station. I know because I've been there. Now, the next thing is westbound E and F trains is express between Roosevelt and 21st Street. Westbound. That includes nights, late nights. Okay, usually late nights, regardless of whether it's a weekday or weeknight, usually E train's local. And then the R train doesn't go on the Queens Boulevard line in this part. Okay, so the next thing, the N and R trains will actually be on the queue. So it's going to go to the Manhattan Bridge between Atlantic Avenue, Barclays Center to Canal Street. Next thing, we're actually going to go to Midtown again. A little bit of Midtown, yes. So northbound 1, 2, and 3 trains will be expressed between 42nd Street and 72nd Street. Next thing is the 4 train will split at 125th Street. In addition to that, the northbound 4 trains will skip 138th Street Grand Concourse. Make matters worse, not L train, sorry. the 4 train is local in Manhattan. So the 4 train will make all stops in Manhattan. Good luck with that. Excuse me. Next thing is the 5 train will only run between Dyer Avenue and East 180th Street. That's it. Next one is they're taking a long time to do this. I don't understand what's going on here. So this Culver signaling modernization project still going on. So there are no F and G trains south of Church Avenue. So this part is taken out. All of this. So you're going to use local buses and other train lines such as BQ, D, and N trains. As a matter of fact, the N train is local in Brooklyn. N train does not go express in Brooklyn. In order to accommodate this station over here. So for those who are taking DEF, they can transfer to the N and then they can go to Coney Island that way. The next thing is the L train. The L train is a little complicated. I'll explain. Firstly, this train, the L train, will only run between Canarsie Rockaway Parkway and Myrtle Wyckoff. That's it. Everything else, you're going to use buses. So this one, there's one bus that goes from Myrtle Wyckoff to Lorimer Street. Pay attention for the next one. The second bus has a loop. And this one kind of reminds me of the L train shutdown. You know, before COVID, when they started in 2019, I actually still have the picture of it. I'm actually looking at it right now. That was before that, where they wanted to close both the tunnels. Remember, it was called the L-pocalypse, and then after that, at the last minute, they said, "Oh, we don't have to do L-pocalypse. It's just, you know, during the nights and weekends, we're just gonna single track west of Lorimer." But during the weekdays, they can still they can run the train. They can run the trains regularly. So what we have here is that for the loop, the bus loop, it's going to stop at Lorimer Street, then Bedford Avenue, then Marcy Avenue, then Hughes Street, then Broadway, and then back to Lorimer. So it's going to go in this little loop over here. By the way, the Metropolitan and Lorimer, that's one stop to me. Just letting you know. So it's going to go all around like this. The next one for the L train is that these stops here will be replaced with the M14A or M14D, as in David, select bus service. So it will start over here and then it goes around here. I've done it because I've taken it before. Now, we're going to go back to Brooklyn. The J train is affected again. Oh, Lord. So there is no J train east of Crescent. So the bus will run between Crescent Street, make all these stops here, and then it will connect with the E train, where you can take the E train and go to Sutphin Boulevard or Jamaica Center Parsons Archer. Just know that you're going to be walking quite a bit in order to get to the E train from when you get off at the bus, when you get into the station entrance. I've been there, trust me. So next thing, our train is on during weekdays and evenings, but not late nights. So this one's 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. Westbound R Trains Express between Roosevelt and Queens Plaza. So also expect some delays because these 3 lines will share one track. Because of what's going on with the L train, the M train is going to be extended. So it will run between Metropolitan Avenue then go through here as usual. Usually for weekends, it will stop at Delancey, Essex. But because of the issue with the L train, the M train is going to extend. And then go follow the F line, keep going, and then it's going to go on the Q, starting from 63rd and then to 96th Street. So that was during the time when with the L train project. So those are your subway advisories. For other rail advisories, it will be on Instagram. So if you're looking for New Jersey Transit, if you're looking for Metro North, Long Island Railroad, Path, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. And then there is, of course, I already talked about the subways. Air train, I'm not sure if I'm going to put that in there. There's not always, issues with it. Maybe once in a while because they do the system maintenance. Just be prepared that if they do shut down air train service, whether it's in JFK or Newark, a lot of times they would serve with shuttle buses, and they suck usually, especially JFK. Ugh, they suck. It's free, but they're not as fast as the air trains. So anyway, I hope you like the stream. I know, I wanted to do it longer. It's only 43 minutes. It's okay, but let's see who we're gonna raid. Maybe my friend Josh is still there. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, I want to also congratulate Artificial Roach's affiliate. Yes. And great. Let's see who I can. Yeah, let's do this. Let me raid arrows here. Let's do it. Something is something. You're right. Hey, hola, Ising Shelby, ¿cómo estás? Okay, I'm still working on trying to get affiliated. I have a crazy schedule. Oh my goodness, tengo un horario loco. All right. Muchas gracias, muchísimas gracias, como siempre, por su apoyo para mí. Mi español es malo todavía. Todo vendrá. So, yes, exactly. So, I don't know if you came late or something, or if you were lurking, but that's okay because it's on my VODs. Como que malo es mejor que el mío. Oh, como que malo es mejor que el mío. Oh, ¿qué pasó contigo? For me, it's working. It's been busy. I had to stay later after work because I had to take care of a few things. And then something came up for a patient. I had to take care of that. But I'm alive. I think that's the most important thing. Okay? We're all in this together. Estamos aquí, okay? Para ayudarnos todos juntos. I know, still practicing. Hola, Katniss, ¿cómo estás? Did you listen? I knew it. Okay. Yes, ya lo supe. Okay. So I hope it's a summary. You've heard it already. I summarized the new masking guidance. Okay. Since the beginning. I knew it. Ya lo supe eso. Okay. So, if my schedule weren't so busy, I would have had a very more in detailed kind of thing. But I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's a summary. I want to put more information, but I have a crazy schedule. Tomorrow, Northbound A&D trains are running delays because there's NYPD and EMS responded to what, another person just jumped into the tracks. It's like almost every single day, someone's either jumped into the tracks, someone got mugged. This is crazy. Okay. I've been lucky because I just avoid eye contact, and gets if someone gets in the way, I'm gonna kick your ass. Okay, that's it. We New Yorkers. Okay, voy a pelearte. Okay, you don't mess with me, no me joda. Okay, por favor. O, okay, le doy un golpe. Okay, I don't know if someone's gonna clip that, but anyway. But okay, so I want to do a little story. I know I think I know who I'm gonna rate, but en serio, cierto. No, no me joda, no me joda, ¿ok? Déjame solo, ¿ok? Cuando tomo el metro, cuando tomo el tren, por favor, ¿ok? Déjame, ¿ok? Puedo escuchar mi música, puedo hacer mi cover, por favor, ¿ok? No quiero escuchar nada, ¿ok? No quiero nada. Basta ya. Okay. Don't worry, because I think you know this, Shelby. Okay. Spanish is a secondary language in New York City. I gotta tell you one story. Before I took Spanish classes, when I only knew English, I knew very little Spanish. What happened was on my previous job, I had people coming in and all they speak was Spanish, and then this is what they ask, papayo, and like, what? And like, I don't speak English or Spanish, or I mean right now I speak at least 4 languages. I don't speak those languages like that. Yo no la hablo así. Okay, yo digo todas las letras. Okay, I say all the letters and I say all the syllables. But some people, I don't know how, but they speak it so fast. And I don't know much, so I just continue speaking in English. And again, this is before I took Spanish classes, and this is what I heard: la 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 la, la 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 la. And I said, "How may I help you?" I mean, pero la 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 la. I don't know why I'm teniendo un poco, okay, but I don't know if she's Dominican, but for some reason, so I said you need this medication, and then she said to me, like, okay, I still hear it, even though I understand Spanish more, I still hear it, okay, and okay, you too. So you speak Spanish. We're gonna do something fun, okay? If I'm able to do it, because quiero mostrarles mi programa favorito, okay? ¿Está lista? We're gonna check. I'm gonna make sure my audio is on for this one. Desktop audio is on, and I gotta go to where is that capture thing? No, not that one. No, it's the Sábado Gigante. No, not that one. All right, I gotta get to this one. Maybe it's Jose Luis Sin Censura. I'm gonna do this one. It's Mi Pareja No Me Caliente. That's an episode. Okay, if I can put that in there. All right, it's loading, but I think this is window capture. I'm not sure. Let's see. Let's see. There. This is it. We're gonna watch a little bit, okay? And I need to crop this a little bit here. You don't have to know what this one is. All we're gonna do is we're gonna listen to this. Okay, Shelby, ya conociste este programa. We're gonna have a little fun here, okay? If I can make this bigger. Watch this. Let's see. ¿Cómo estamos?
Excelente, no escuché bien. ¿Cómo estamos? Ahora sí, tengo un tema, prepárense, se llama Mi pareja no me calienta. ¡Qué barbaridad!
I love it.
¡Qué barbaridad! Muy bien. La primera persona que le voy a traer por acá afirma de que pues ha sorprendido a alguien haciendo cierto tipo de cosas. Le quiere decir que esta pareja no le conviene y vamos a ver qué sucede aquí. Un aplauso para Armando, que pasa adelante.
This is how I practice my Spanish. Yo practico mi español con mi programa favorito.
A ver, Armando, ¿cómo está la cosa, Armando? Platícame.
Me siento muy sorprendido.
¿Por qué, Armando?
Me siento muy sorprendido porque mi amigo dice que está frustrado con su esposa porque ella ya no quiere tener relaciones con él.
Okay, let's pause this. I practice this too. It says, le diré a mi amigo que su esposa finge ser lo que no es.
Pero supuestamente porque su religión no se lo permite.
¿La religión del amigo o de la mujer? ¿O qué?
La religión de ella no se lo permite porque
Yo no sé que una
según
religión prohíba sexo.
según dice el reverendo, le dice que no puede tener relaciones con él. Pues yo no sé por qué, José Luis, pero ella anda de puta porque José Luis, porque la gente dice que la han visto en un carro subiéndose con un hombre y yendo a varios hoteles. Y ella...
¿Tú has visto esto de que ella se ande subiendo a un carro o solamente es un comentario de la gente?
Pues sí he visto, José Luis. Ella tiene un carácter muy...
Let's read this. I practice this too. It says, ella dice ser religiosa, pero anda de coqueta con otro.
La han visto en el carro, en una troca blanca.
Ok.
La han visto subiéndose con un hombre.
¿Tú le has dicho esto a tu amigo?
Se lo he dicho, pero él no quiere entrar en razones, José Luis. Por favor, quiero que me ayudes, por favor.
Vamos a traerlo. Él está por acá. Un aplauso para Roque, que pase Roque adelante. ¿Cómo está Roque?
¿Entiendes, güey?
José Luis, he aceptado, buenas José Luis, aquí al público también, he aceptado venir hasta acá, he aceptado venir hasta aquí por la razón, cállense cabrones, bola de cabrones.
A ver, tranquilos, ¿de qué
He
pasó?
aceptado venir hasta aquí porque él insiste, José Luis, en que mi esposa me está poniendo los cuernos, lo cual es mentira, yo no sé en qué se basa.
sos estúpido, te está viendo la
No sé
cara
en qué
de
te está
pendejo,
pasando,
pinche güey.
No sé en qué te basas.
Te está viendo la cara de cuernudo,
No,
pinche
¿qué
estúpido.
pasó?
Un momentito.
Ay, no sé por qué
Roque,
no se puede de ella.
Roque, algo bien importante. Tú a él le mencionaste en tu trabajo de que tenías problemas con tu mujer, pero no solamente problemas regulares, sino también en la
This is
cama.
how I practice my
Sí, José
Spanish.
¿Tú qué le dijiste a él? Queremos saber.
Sí, no, la situación de que ella se ha metido a la religión en la cual, ¿verdad?
¿Qué religión, pinche puta?
No,
es tu
está
mujer?
en un proceso de purificación.
Un momento, ¿qué más?
Está en un proceso de purificación en la cual yo le estoy ayudando a ella también, ¿va? La entiendo, pues.
¿Y cómo se está purificando?
Pues eso es lo que está diciendo el reverendo y pues ella es la que...
¿De sexo?
No.
Pinche güey, ¿cómo
No,
te vas a
no,
venir a
no.
acostarte con ella si es tu esposa, güey?
Pues
Ok,
claro,
¿Cuándo fue la última vez? ¿Cuándo fue la última vez que ustedes tuvieron sexo o algo que ver en la cama?
Hace 2 meses,
Un
José Luis.
sospecho
¿Hace cuánto?
algo.
Hace 2 meses.
2 meses.
¿Puedes creer que no puede tener relaciones con
Yo
su
no sé,
esposa?
Es que él no entiende, él no entiende,
¿Quién
eso es lo que le
conoce?
digo yo.
Está acá, un aplauso, por favor, tráeme a Janet. Adelante, que pase.
La esposa.
¿Cómo está, Janet?
Gracias por haber invitado a
Escuchemos,
tu programa.
escuchemos. ¿Qué problema hay aquí entre tú y tu marido que ya ha llegado a la televisión donde obviamente él se siente un poco, pues digamos, mal de que tú no lo atiendes como hombre en la cama Ya él le comentó a su amigo en el trabajo,
en
su
la
amigo nos
cama.
habló a nosotros y están todos aquí. ¿Qué está pasando?
Este loco está loco, yo no sé cómo se le ocurre decir que yo hasta ando de prostituta. No es cierto, está loco. Ustedes no saben.
Eso es lo que yo le digo a él también. Eso es lo que le digo a él. Yo la
Mi religión cristiana.
Yo lo conozco.
Sí, es
ya
cierto, yo no tengo sexo con él, pero es porque a mí mi reverendo me dice que es pecado que yo tenga sexo diario. Me dice que
Yo le he tratado de decir muchas veces.
porque yo no entiendo lo que no te importa, porque te
Somos
metes en
amigos
su
y
vida.
por eso acepté venir hasta aquí. Por eso acepté venir hasta
Ok,
acá. para que se pueda
él mencionó que tú te subes a una troca blanca. ¿De quién es esa troca
Él
blanca?
es el reverendo, pero porque me lleva a la
¡Qué pinche Te lo digo.
Se puede subir, pero es como tú también llevas gente.
Ok,
¿Cómo vas a
Oye, por lo que veo, tú trabajas espiando.
Roque,
No puedes
Oh my God,
Lo que
he's
pasa es que
speaking
tú no entiendes.
entonces tú a qué te subes número uno a la camioneta reverendo. ¿Tú le dijiste a nuestros productores que porque van a ver a gente enferma en los hospitales? ¿Hacen causas nobles o qué
Sí,
hacen?
también hacemos.
¿Qué causas?
Sí, es cierto. ¿Tú qué sabes?
Ok.
¿Tú qué sabes?
¿Hasta cuándo supuestamente el reverendo te permite, según las creencias, tener sexo con tu pareja?
Por lo menos en un mes, 2 meses, me dice. Yo hago lo que él me
Ya
dice.
pasaron 2 meses. Supuestamente que porque te estás purificando de lo mal.
Sí, él dice.
Yeah, you're supposed to be purified.
Pues después de
Mira,
ver
yo
el
me siento
programa,
a gusto, me siento tranquila porque he
not
encontrado la
religious,
gloria, la
no.
paz. la
después del programa yo no sé quién va a quedar en esa unión de iglesia. Pero vamos a traerlo acá. Un aplauso para el reverendo Rosendo, que pasa adelante.
En mi religión las mujeres tienen que evitar el pecado. Qué difícil.
A ver, reverendo.
Oh my God. You're not
Antes que nada,
perfect.
escuchemos. Antes
You have to
que
avoid
la escuche.
sin.
Reverendo,
You know,
Ey,
I think he's
silencio.
a controller. I
¿Cómo
think
es
he's
la
a
situación aquí en su
manipulator.
iglesia y
This
demás?
guy's a manipulator.
Mira, José Luis, en mi iglesia las mujeres deben de evitar el pecado y sus maridos deben de esperar hasta que ellas estén limpias y sean puras, ya que no tengan nada de pecado, que eviten el mal del deseo, porque el deseo es malo, José Luis.
Según
This guy is
El
not
deseo
real.
es
He's
malo.
not a real
El
reverend. He's not an
deseo
understanding
envenena
guy.
el alma de las personas.
No seas estúpido, si están casados está hecho por la religión que tengan sexo. ¿Cómo crees que tu madre no te parió, imbécil? ¿Cómo crees que te parió? ¿Por obra del Espíritu Santo? Tarugo.
No te metas en mi vida.
Ok, voy contigo. Al regresar tenemos tremendas sorpresas porque esto no termina aquí. Esto apenas comienza. Regresamos.
All right, that's it. Basta ya. Okay. Se acabó. Okay. All right. Hope you liked it. Now you know how I practice my Spanish. ¿Qué pensaste? Do you like it? You know, also I forgot to tell you, one of my god relatives told me that all those people are Mexican, but I don't know how. I can't really make that judgment, but I don't know. They most Spanish sounds familiar to me anyway. Sounds similar. I don't know about familiar. But yeah. So that reverend is a fake. I think that the guy is a fake. So that's like my little extra. So that's how you end this. That's how you finish off a stream. Well, we did 1 hour. Let's see who am I gonna rate. Yes, I'll do arrows. So they do Lost Ark. So I've never played it. We'll see how it goes. With a Jose Luis clip, it's a new tradition now. Yeah, maybe. How do you play? I heard it's an I forgot. Is it an RPG? I've never played it. I don't know how people for a game that just came out. For a game that just came out, it seems as though people know how to play it like it's nothing. Yes, MMORPG. Ay, Dios mío, hay fuego adentro de mi estómago, lo siento. Oh my goodness. Hay fuego adentro. Ay, no lo veo, pero me siento el fuego ahí. Okay. See, my Spanish still needs a little bit of work, so that's why, again, I watch that show. But usually for Jose Luis, you see a lot of peleas, mucha golpe, mucho putazo, y muchísimo más. So that oh my god, so I love it. I think Lost Ark I can do on a computer, I think. Maybe I should. That could be my first game. Who knows? I could go into that traditional thing. But I'm still gonna be that unique streamer where I'm gonna do that education thing. I'm still gonna do the COVID stuff. Since COVID will transition to an endemic, I'll still talk about COVID and health stuff and infections and flu, maybe medications. I'm still working on trying to get my project going along and trying to interview. So actually, Kat, that's inspired by you. So I'm gonna do that. It's called Let's Meet. I spoke to both of you about it because both of you are mods. And yes, and I'm also thinking of doing a cosplay, a cosplay PowerPoint, but that's to be announced. So we'll see how it goes. It's based on that cosplay book that I showed. Okay, Shelby, you didn't see that, but it's on my VODs. But now I'm posting, I think, almost all my streams on YouTube now. And as you can see, is it this way, there, this one? So same thing, Wild Goldine, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, Facebook, all those. And then I'm on Discord. So yes, you know what? Maybe I should do more of Jose Luis Sin Censura. There's also, Caso Cerrado. We're gonna do that. Basta ya, basta ya, basta ya. Okay, so I'm gonna raid arrows. So let's do it. We want to do, yeah. You want to do on your stream? Okay, maybe I'll do it on my stream. We'll see. So, but actually, let's do a little Caso Cerrado. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see. Let's do Caso Cerrado. I like to do. There was one with the. I think it was one with the fights. Hold on a second. But there's one that's in particular. I forgot what it was. Let's see. I forgot. Is it this one? Hijo con novio. That's not it. Let me. But there was one specific one that I actually like very much. Oh, that's my other favorite show too. I forgot. Holy crap. Let's see. Forgot. No, let's see. Peleas. Oh no, they don't have that one. Let me see. Oh, they don't have. Maybe this one. Let's see.
Y aquí, y ella.
No.
Y voy, y digo. Y yo no entiendo nada. Cállate la boca ya. Que tu carita de estúpido. Y cállate la boca. Tú tienes la opción de un hombre responsable.
This is too loud. That's too loud. But I want like really big fights.
La red más confiable del país ahora es más útil. Con Verizon 5G Ultra Wideband en grandes ciudades hasta 10 veces más rápido. Laura descarga una película entera en minutos.
Oh my goodness.
Y no es ciencia ficción. Verizon, ahora más ultra para que puedas hacer más.
aquí estamos de regreso y vamos a recibir a este próximo caso. Que pasen los litigantes, por favor.
Doctor Apolo, madre es una sola. Hasta las perras son madres. Cualquiera tiene un desliz.
Buenas tardes.
We do fights. No, we're gonna do fight.
Danielis. Danielis, usted es la de...
No, we go here.
Estúpida, ¿qué viniste a hacer aquí? A ver, ¿qué tú viniste a hacer aquí? Tú, las dos me la van a pagar. Porque yo quiero no se metan conmigo, ninguna de las dos. Que no se metan. Se están metiendo con la persona equivocada. No me conocen ninguna de las dos. Ninguna de las dos. A ver, ¿cuánto te pagó?
Óyeme.
Obviamente. ¿Qué tú haces aquí?
Okay.
¿Qué tú haces aquí?
Ustedes saben que ya
¿Qué
no
tú haces aquí?
¿Verdad?
¿Qué hacen aquí?
Entonces, ¿para qué discuten
las dos,
conmigo?
las dos me la van a pagar.
Ya no busca una orden de alejamiento y ya. Ponle una orden y ya, no, ya, pero ya, no discutan más. Okay, mira, ya, puedes irte tú. Tú vete y tú ve y siéntate en aquella silla de allá.
Van a ver, sí, van a ver. Vas a ver.
Ok, siéntate, Vivian. ¿Sabes algo de este caso?
Sí, como no, estaba viéndolo.
¿El expediente de ella?
¿Cómo no?
¿Qué diagnóstico tiene?
Mira, ella no tiene un diagnóstico específico, pero por las características de lo que está manifestando aquí, obviamente, impulsividad, falta de control de los impulsos. Ella refiere también de que ella tiene pensamiento muy rápido, cambios bruscos de estado de ánimo, no puede controlar la rabia, la bravura. Mira, ahí va ella de nuevo.
Ok. Ok, ya. Ok, ya.
Por más que tú brinques y por más que tú saltes, no te lo voy a dar. Tranquilita. Sí, vete a hacerte ahora la santa. No te lo voy a dar. A ver, di dónde están tus hijos.
La niña está bien, no está con una loca. No te la voy a dar.
Metida. Mis hijos. Mis hijos. Mis hijas. Mis 3 hijos. Todos son míos. Yo fui la que los parí. Mis hijos. Yo los quiero.
Mi amor.
Yo quisiera una cosa, doctora González. Yo quisiera que el público entendiera por qué he permitido que este caso caminara un poquito aquí en Caso Cerrado. Y lo he hecho con el dolor de mi alma. Porque como profesional, como abogada, y usted como psicóloga, usted y yo sabemos las dos que existe una gran razón de por qué las personas incompetentes no pueden ir a corte ni a litigar, ni a testificar, ni a nada. De hecho, cuando una persona incapacitada tiene una querella legal o tiene algún derecho legal o alguna situación legal que debe de ser resuelta, se le apunta o se le asigna un guardián, un guardian ad litem, que es el término legal que usamos los abogados. Un guardián que representa a esa persona como si fuera esa persona cuerda, una persona competente para poder responder. Yo quería darle la oportunidad a ella para que ella expresara su dolor, su confusión. Busca ayuda. Busca ayuda. Busca ayuda. Busca ayuda cuando tú te estabilices de alguna manera con medicamento, con tratamiento, con algo. Entonces tú puedes ser madre. Pero mientras que tú tengas esta violencia por dentro tan grande, incontrolable, que no hace sentido, que por todo reaccionas con violencia, no vas a poder ejercer tu maternidad. ¿Ok? Caso queda desestimado por la incapacidad de la demandante de litigar el caso. Te deseo muy buena suerte, mija. ¿Ok?
Ok. Wow. That ended on a good note. Get help. Yes. So I think that's a lesson. Okay. Busca ayuda. That's busca ayuda. Find help. Okay. So also, I think I need a little. Necesito un poquita ayuda. I gotta fix this the chat because I used to see everything on it. Let's see. Well, anyway, it's okay. Anyway, so what we're gonna do Maybe Arrows is still there. Oh, I love watching the Spanish stuff. Me encanta el explosivo, y la drama. So yes, I usually raid the ones who have the least viewers. So it's Arrows in this case. So let's do it. Raid, and then did I spell it right? Yes. 737. Okay. So thank you so much. This channel is intended for mature audiences. Yep, this is already mature. Thank you so much for coming and stopping by the stream. And in the words of DJ Nikki Zem, hope you have a great day or a great night. And please stay healthy and safe. And in the words, en las palabras de Doctora Maria Polo, he dicho. Transmisión cerrada. Adiós, que tengo una buena noche, cuídate, que tengo un buen día, depende.